There are 200,000 songs released each day in 2026. To put it into perspective, there were only 300,000 songs released in the entire decade of the 1960s. So I'm going to give you the only predictable way to grow a fan base in 2026. I've worked at labels, I've worked at management companies, and I seriously want to help you, so I'm just going to preface something before I get started. You've probably seen videos on the internet that have told you to get on playlists or to run Facebook ads for your music. And the truth is, it's easy to make viral videos by giving people shortcuts and hacks like that, but those are only going to give you short-term numbers, and they actually make it a lot harder to grow in the future than if you hadn't done them at all. Save this video so you can come back to it if you're busy right now, because it might be a little bit of a longer one, but I honestly just want to give you guys some insider info because I'm an artist too, and I wish someone would have told me this at the start, because honestly, it would have saved me so much time and money. Okay, so you need to understand that on Spotify, there are active and program streams. Active streams are people streaming your music from your profile, queuing your music, or streaming it from their own playlists. Program streams are when people listen to your music on algorithmic playlists or other big playlists on Spotify. If you really want to grow a fan base and blow your music up, you need to be going for active streams. Program streams are easier to get in the short run, but they're actually really bad for your Spotify algorithm. The reason for this is because people are usually listening passively on these playlists, so they're not actually adding your song to their own playlist, and a lot of times they might just skip your song if they don't know it. This is terrible for the Spotify algorithm because it tells Spotify that your song is a bad song. Spotify's algorithm is objective, so it doesn't listen to music in a subjective way like humans do. The algorithm looks at the data and it's either a bad song or a good song based on that. Active streams, on the other hand, are going to have closer to 5 streams per listener. When people find your music organically, they're going to add it to their playlist. They're going to save the songs. They're not going to skip it. They're going to listen all the way through, and they'll listen multiple times. This is amazing data for Spotify, and it's exactly what tells Spotify that it's a good song and it should boost it out to more people. So how do we get active streams instead of program streams? Well, it's actually pretty simple. You just gotta stop chasing the shortcuts. Don't try to get on playlists. Don't pay for ads. What you should do, and I'll explain the best strategy for doing this, is post organic social media content. I'm not just going to tell you to post on social media and leave you empty-handed. I'm going to tell you how I've gotten the artists I work with hundreds of thousands of followers and tens of millions of streams just through posting organic content. This might not sound fun at first, but I promise you, when your music is blowing up and a ton of people are listening to it and buying tickets to your shows and buying merch and everything, it is so worth it, and it will be so much fun then. So the first step to this is you're going to research content that's already gone viral for other artists and recreate it with your own music. The way you find this content is by looking at the profiles of artists who are a few steps ahead of you and looking at the videos that they posted that got a lot more views than their average video. The reason why we do this is, one, because it's going to give each individual video of yours a much higher chance of going viral because you're working with stuff that's already proven to go viral. After a few months go by, this stuff really adds up and can make a huge difference in the success of your music. The other reason for it is that social media platforms associate audiences with posting formats. This means that your post is going to go to people who are already receptive to finding new music. The reason this makes a difference of your post getting 200 views versus 200,000 views is because the social media platforms are now testing your post with an audience who's receptive to finding new music rather than an audience that's just built up of random people. Now, this is the really important part. When you find a post that you're going to recreate, don't just recreate one version of that post, recreate 5 to 10 versions of it. You should do this because if you do multiple variations, it will give you the data you need to know what's working and what isn't working on each of the posts. Then you can double down on the things that worked and cut out the things that didn't work. And over time, you gradually get better and better at making that type of post. If the first few versions you post of it don't go viral, that's okay, because eventually it's going to get better and better and it will go viral. I promise you, I've seen this happen over and over again for the artists who actually follow through with this strategy. And really, that's all it is. Like, if you just follow through with this, you will get the most active and engaged fans possible. They'll buy tickets to your show, they'll buy merch, they'll listen to your music on repeat. And then everything else will become so much easier after, and things really do move exponentially. If you keep trying to do the shortcuts that all the YouTubers talk about, like playlisting and ads, I promise you, because I've seen it so many times, you're just going to be stuck in the same place for years and years. It is so worth taking the next step and challenging yourself to do the thing that's a little bit harder and there's a learning curve to it. It pays huge dividends down the line. I know it can sound kind of daunting, so if you want help with all this stuff, I'll guide you through the process. I'll give you weekly posting strategies that are proven to work for your specific genre and niche, and I'll monitor all the data for you. Every single artist I work with is in the top 1% on social media and the top 5% on Spotify. And I'm so confident that I can get you there too. Just comment or DM me Ignite and I'll send you the next steps to working together.